Jai and all, I am Saminder Singh, Assistant Professor in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering. My college is Ajay Kumar Gar Engineering College, Ghaziabad. In this, I have taught project management and entrepreneurship, and today's session I will cover about the meaning, definition, and about what is entrepreneurship. So, in today's outline, we will cover about entrepreneurship, then entrepreneur and entrepreneurship development. These are the three areas we will discuss about these three things. So this is the first unit syllabus in which I will cover meaning, definition, and concept of entrepreneurship and entrepreneurship development up to there. So let's start. An entrepreneur is often considered as a person who set up his own business or industry. He has initiative, drive, skill, and a spirit of innovation who aims at high goals. So, as a result, we can say a businessman having innovation is known to be an entrepreneur. Entrepreneur is the individual that identifies the opportunity, gathers the necessary resources, and is ultimately responsible for the performance of the organization. And we can say this is third thing, that is entrepreneur are actions oriented. Highly motivated individuals who take care risk to achieve goals. Here goals means success. And in the last, entrepreneurs play a vital role in the economic development of the country. As you know, the greater the entrepreneur in a country will definitely go in a development path. So in France, as a definition, it comes from the French word entrepreneur, which means go between or to undertake. Webster Dictionary, one who organizes, manages, and assumes the risk of a business or enterprise. So, if we talk about the meaning of entrepreneur, the Oxford Dictionary, according to Oxford Dictionary, person who undertake an enterprise with chance of profit or loss. Or we can say it is a person who undertake a business activity of which he has no background and faces considerable risk in the process. If either of the two elements, one is profit or loss, and second is undertake a business activity of which he has no background or faces considerable risk in the process. If either of the two elements, that is no background, considerable risk, is missing in the venture, it is no entrepreneurship. So those the topics, both the element must be there. Enterprise, this is second thing. It is closely related to this one. Entrepreneur, an individual who bears the risk of operating business in the face of uncertainty about the future conditions. And entrepreneurship is a philosophy or process through which an entrepreneur seeks innovation and employment. Entrepreneurship, and enterprise. These are the three things that are very close to each other. First, we need to understand what is entrepreneur. So we can say entrepreneur is a person who has innovative ideas through which he start up a new thing or general problem solution with a new innovation. So this is a person known as entrepreneur. The whole process through which it starts and getting success is known to be entrepreneurship, and the platform through which it achieves success is known to be enterprise. So these are three things, three concepts that are very close to each other. So there are number of philosophers or scientists who gave a definition or who define entrepreneur in their own way. So Richard Kendall, as a person who pay a certain price to a product to sell it at an uncertain price, thereby making decision about obtaining and using the resources while consequently admitting the risk of enterprise. This is the first definition of entrepreneur given by Richard. And the second, Adam Smith gives definition of entrepreneur, that is an individual who undertakes the formation of an organization for commercial purpose by recognizing the potential demand for goods and services and thereby act as an economic agent and transform demand into supply. So this is the main step, that is economic agent and transform demand into supply. So this is second definition of Adam Smith. Now third definition given by Peter F. This is an entrepreneur is one who always searches for changes, responds to it, and exploit it as an opportunity. He believes in the increasing the value and consumer satisfaction. A professional manages who. Next, we have Francis Avoca. The true entrepreneur is one is endowed with more than average capacities in the task of organizing and coordinating the various other factors of production. He should be pioneer and captain of industry. Here we have 2 points that he focuses. The first one is pioneer and second is leader of the industry. So he pointed out 2 different factors, pioneer and a leader of industry. So next, Joseph, according to which entrepreneur is an innovator who carries out new combination to initiate the process of economic development through introduction of new product, new market, new source of raw material and establish of new organization. So according to Joseph, we have number of new factors through which he defines entrepreneur. What is this new product? So he searches new product, new market. As this product is new, so we need a new market for flow, and then we generally depend on the raw material. So he also searches for a new market or new sources of raw material, and after searching these all things, he established these 3 to new organization. This is the new definition of entrepreneur according to Joseph. Then we can say the process of development is a deliberate and continuous phenomenon which is actively promoted by the services of a change agent who provide economic leadership. So this is overall thing. To sum up, entrepreneurship may be defined as a systematic innovation which consists of a purposeful and organized search for changes and a systematic analysis of the opportunities that change might offer for economic and social transformation. So these are the sum of definition. In the second thing, that is, we need to know the evolution of entrepreneurship. So there are number of periods through which we can define entrepreneur. As a first period, so we can say entrepreneurship is not a new thing. It always happens. Period by period, it will reshape into new definition. So as a first period, entrepreneurship in ancient period. So there are number of things through which we collect, or we can say it is happen. First is dharma, manush, smriti, agriculture, handicraft, iron cloth, lively strokes. These are the things through which entrepreneurship is carried out. in the second period, that is entrepreneurship in the pre-independence era, and that is before 1850. If we categorize pre-independence era, so that is two pre-independent era. First is before 1850 and second is 1850 to 1947. So in second period we have agriculture, metalwork, handicraft, stone carving, jewelry designing, domination of Parsis, Marwadis and Gujaratis, Jains. So these are the persons or category that are true entrepreneur and that carried out entrepreneurship. In the third period, it is also pre-independence era, that is between 1850 to 1947. So in this particular period, Britishers started harnessing the natural resources of India to their own advantages, simultaneously development the roads, railway and ports. These are new things, or we can say new innovations. So these are the area through which entrepreneurship is carried out. Or second thing is jute, textile, tea, coal. These are some new things in this particular era. Then emergence of Parsis entrepreneurs and Swadeshi movement. So these are some other area through which we can say evolution of entrepreneurship is carried out. Now, after independence, we have period 4. We can say during 1947 and onwards post independence. So these are number of things where we can evolution of entrepreneurship is developed. First is industrial policy revolution, that is IPR, and then Marwadis such as Birla, Dalmia, Goenka, Singhanias, Bajaj, Kirloskar rising. These are some number of entrepreneurs who established their innovations in this particular era. These are the very famous names as far as today's businessman is concerned. Next is industrial policy revolution, that is IPR 1956. First is 48, then 56. And the next is establishment, public sector and heavy industries. These are another point where we can say it is an entrepreneurship development. Then nationalization of banks and formation of NSIC, that is National Small Industrial Corporation, KVIC, Khadi and Villages Industries, MSME, that is Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises. Then SFC, that is State Funding Corporations, NIESB, but that is National Institute for Entrepreneurship and Small Business Development. Then ED2, that is Entrepreneurship Development Institute of India. These are some number of organizations that play a vital role in the development of entrepreneurship. Then we have rising family entrepreneurs. So, in 600 French word, that is enterprise, that is a meaning to undertake. In the Middle Ages, actors and person in charge of large scale productions project, they are thought to be entrepreneur. In 700, person bearing risk or profit in a fixed price contract, it means it is under risk. In 1725, Richard Cantilo, person bearing risk is different from capital supplier, risk bearer. And in 1803, that is Jean Baptiste says shifts economic resource out from an area of lower to higher productivity and greater yields. That is organizer or coordinators. These are the names of entrepreneur in this particular era. Or in 1876, Francis Walker distinguished between those who supply funds and receive interest and those who receive profit from managerial capabilities, or we can say leader who mobilizing resources. And in 1934, Joseph Summers, innovator and developed untried technology, that is productivity and innovation. In 1961, David McLean says it is highly motivated, energetic, moderate risk taker, or we can say need for achievement. In 1964, Peter Douglas searches for change, responds to it and exploit an opportunity, or we can say opportunity focus. So these are new point, that is increase or establish according to new time. Or we can see in 1979, criminals and distributors who discover opportunities at lower price and sales at higher price become of intertemporal and interspatial demand, or we can say demand focus. And in 1980, Carl Vesper says, seen differently by economists, psychologists, businessmen, and politicians that are environmental focused. And in the 1983, Jeffrey Pinkert says, an entrepreneur within an already established organization. So this is a new word, that is entrepreneur. We will discuss this topic in later session. In 1985, so Robert Hingis that says creating something different with value, devoting time and effort, assuming risk, results, rewards, and satisfaction, or we can say leadership and vision. These are the 2 points that he picks in 1985 and define entrepreneur in a modern way. And in 2008, National Knowledge Commission of India, they say, according to it, the professionals' applications of knowledge, skills, and competence, and or modernizing a new idea by an individual or a set of people by launching an enterprise de novo or diversifying from an existing one, thus to pursue growth while generating wealth, employment, and social goods. So these are time to time updations of the definition of entrepreneur. New things are added up to give a new definition. So charm of becoming an entrepreneur. So there are number of things that are motivated to a person for becoming an entrepreneur. First is opportunity to create one's own destiny. So as an entrepreneur, always have a destiny through which he work hard. So we can say opportunity to create one's own destiny. Second point is opportunity to make differences to traditional approach to a new innovative area. In the third point, we have opportunity to reach one's full potential. This is another point. And then opportunity to recap impressive profits. And then opportunity to contribute to society. So every work done by entrepreneur is majorly a solution of the general problem. He gives solution in a new innovative way that will help, or we can say that is definitely better than the traditional approach. And next is opportunity to do what one enjoys. So these are the charms of becoming an entrepreneurship. These are the pros and cons. So as an entrepreneur, we have number of pros, that is you are the boss. No one in your organization who is up to you. You are ultimate boss of your organization. So this is first cons. So as a cons of this particular thing, you are alone. As a height, you are always alone. No one is going to suggest you what is wrong, what is right. Everything you have, all decisions is yours, whether it's good one or bad one. So second cause is all profit are yours. As an entrepreneur, all are working to profits. So all profits will be yours. So as a cons, all decisions are yours. As I already told, as a height, you need to give number of actions or decisions, take decisions, all decisions, whether it is wrong or right, is under your consideration, will be yours. Third is there will be great variety in roles and tasks. So as a top, you need to define your roles. So day by day you need to change, or according to situation you have new roles, or we can say number of variety in your roles according to task or according to dynamic requirement. So as a cons, all losses are yours. As a benefit, your profits are yours. So as a losses is also yours. If you find any loss, it is your concern. Next, increases self-confidence. Definitely, being an entrepreneur, you need to always increase your self-confidence. Without self-confidence, you will not able to do the task. So, as a cons, you will need to put in long hours. There is no closing time. You will enter in your own enterprise, will be yours, but the end time is not yours. According to situation, you have to log out, whether it may be 5 o'clock or maybe 10 o'clock or maybe whole night. You have to wait there. Their work can be very satisfying. After success, you will satisfying. That is not comparable. And as a cons, lack of success will affect self-esteem. It is said. Then last is success will give you immense satisfaction. And existing the business is difficult, and pressures will affect social and family life. It is also a cons of this one. So these are number of pros and cons of entrepreneur. Next, what is enterprise? So we will discuss this in next session. Jai